alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Ay, I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning.
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. A nice little gift there to start the ball game as they will begin things at the 40-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging to throw. It's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. An inside give to Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Our game here, the first of 3 on this Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody. And remember, you got 2 more after this. We're followed here by the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then tonight, a good one out in the desert, the Bucks and Cards from Glendale. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers.
They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've comped it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit. One of the better backs in the league had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They keep it with Barkley on first down, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Dolphins looking for a 5th win of the season in this one. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. Finding room at midfield. And he's got room down the left sideline. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays. And there's an example of that right there.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Snap comes at 1. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. He was out there waving his arms. When you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. We're scoreless after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterbacks have been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. I ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
To throw again on second down. Tua, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Chris Moore. Will take over at the 30-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. And he's got it. Touchdown. Christian Watson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And this won't be. Looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job. And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Okay, so they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Green jack. Steel black. Blue, go. Black ultra. Blaster, 6. Ready?
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Black shot. White, white. Black, red.
Tua going to throw. And Wilson with it, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Drop, 17. Check,
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Saquon Barkley, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down. Caught by Cobb. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
50. 30. Hey, 26.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Hey, red!
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, Barkley. The beautiful fake. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
The final shot before half for Rodgers. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the 2nd half gets started. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Hey,
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Going to the air, Tagovailoa throwing for the out route. He finds Wilson, and he goes out right around the 39. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Rashawn Gary, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive in the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap and keep themselves in this one.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the
momentum back on our side? We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He's got to hook up to Lazard. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all back. And now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
On 2nd and 9, Tua gets this one to Hill. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and that extends their advantage to 6 at 16-10. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, as they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Up the middle, Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 39, Rodgers, that's complete to Cobb. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Tua. It's Hill, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Here we go.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. It's a big play to end zone here for 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Again, it's Barkley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Barkley. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs. And why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He must continue to do so.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the... He's got a man, complete! And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Back to throw is Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Like all great games.
With your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for. I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could